Welcome back to another episode of the DFS Express presented by Loudmouth MMA and MMAtoday.com. I am your host at the DFS Sniper, Sean Ihaz, here to talk UFC Fight Night 118 from Gdansk, Poland. Donald Cerrone versus Darren Till. If this is your first time listening or watching the DFS Express, I'm going to roll through every fight on this card, giving you DraftKings specific picks as well as a sample GPP. It's a big tournament lineup, and let's get right to it. Donald Cerrone versus Darren Till, the main event. I'm going to take Cerrone 8,500 over Darren Till at 7,700. A lot of people are picking Till. I just think it's too much too soon for Darren Till. He does have that left kick weapon against the weak liver of Cerrone. Cerrone, though, he can take people down. People seem to forget that. The leg kicks will be a factor in this fight. I just think overall it's just a little too much for Darren Till. I think Cerrone gets the job done. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, 9,500 against Jodie Esquibel. Kowalkiewicz is the better play at 9,500. She should dominate Jodie. I just don't know about paying off the price. She's better everywhere. I should be a stand-up fight, though. She's not going to try and take it to the ground. 115-pound women fight. I just don't think it ends in a finish. Becomes super hard to pay off the price tag, but I do think she is the better play. Devin Clark, 8,400 against Jan Blachowicz, 7,800. I like Devin Clark a lot this week, 8,400. He's going to be in a lot of my lineups. Styles make fights. It is a cliche that I go to every week. Blachowicz cannot stop a takedown. Devin Clark should go for the takedown, get plenty of them, control Blachowicz, maybe even get a finish as the pole gasses out. Blachowicz is good for like 3 minutes in the first round. Clark maintains distance. I don't see an early knockout, so Devin Clark is my preferred play. Oscar Pichota, 8,900. Jonathan Wilson, 7,300. I think Pichota is probably the best prospect on this card. Jonathan Wilson coming down from 205 to 185. Interested to see how he's going to look there. Pichota, though, is a good grappler, has some power, has a head kick knockout on his resume. I just think overall he's better. He needs his striking to become a little more polished. I'm just not a believer in Jonathan Wilson or his cardio. I think Pichota is the better play at 8,900. Marcin Held, 9,400 against Nasrat Haqparast, 6,800. I'll take the shot on the dog here at Haqparast. Marcin Held, if he wins, he's going to just hold down Haqparast. Haqparast appears to be a decent grappler. Again, Held, even if he wins, he's not going to pay off his price tag. I cannot endorse playing him at 9,400. So by default, that makes Haqparast the better play. And I do think he's a live dog in this fight just because Marcin Held cannot seem to get a win. And Haqparast looks like a decent prospect. I'll take the underdog. Adam Wojcicki, 8,600. Anthony Hamilton, 7,600. I refuse to waste another dime on Anthony Hamilton. The dude's chin is gone. He retired a month ago. He got knocked out by Daniel Spitz. Wojcicki just needs to land any bit of anything, and it's probably lights out. I think Wojcicki is probably the worst prospect on this card, but gets the job done. If Anthony Hamilton goes out and wrestles and gets a win, so be it. I'm not going to let him beat me anymore. He's been all downhill for me since the Marcel Fortuna fight. I'll take Wojcicki at 8,600. Brian Kelleher, 8,300. Damian Stasiak, 7,900. I am very high on Stasiak. I was before the Pedro Munoz fight. I think a few people are coming around to my way of thinking now. He's making great improvements. He's got decent enough stand-up. He's slick on the ground. I think Kelleher is way out of his league. I think he had one of those It's MMA type wins against Yuri Alcantara. Was okay on the regional scene. Not much more than that. I think Stasiak takes the win. Next up, we have Imiev, 8,200 against Sam Alvey, 8,000. I hate this fight for DraftKings all around. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Imiev, good prospect, but it's going to be a slow-paced fight where he's going to look to just push Sam Alvey against the cage, grind on him there. He's a very good clinch fighter, good prospect, but for DraftKings, probably not someone you want to target. Sam Alvey, we've seen the story before. It is knockout or bust. He's a counter striker. I'm going to lean towards him being the better DraftKings play only because if he wins, it'll be a quick knockout and score 100 points. I think if Imiev wins, it could be just 60 points and a boring decision. So this is one of those situations where I think Imiev's my pick to win the fight, but Alvey is my preferred DraftKings play. Andre Fili 8,700 against Artem Lobov 7,500. Again, it's a fight I'm going back and forth on. You're not going to get Lobov out of there. I think he's my preferred play in cash games at 7,500. He's tough. He's an awkward style fighter. He always has a reach disadvantage. I'm not too worried about that. Fili did not look good last time against Calvin Kattar. The movement threw him off. Lobov's just an awkward guy. I think he's live in this fight. Another situation where, I'm going to take Lobov in this fight. I'm going back and forth on it, but I'll take Artem Lobov at 7,500. Andre Fili, a quick disclaimer, I will say if he goes looking for the takedown, that's where I become a little worried. Alex White could take down Lobov. If Fili looks for the takedown, it could be there. Warley Alves 9,200, Salim Tahari 7,000. Tahari replacing Jim Wallhead on super short notice. Warley Alves just at a different level. Don't overthink it. 9,200 in that range. He's one of the guys I'm comfortable playing at the very top. Warley Alves 9,200. I may not build a lot of lineups that way, but I do think he is my preferred play. Aspen Ladd 8,800, Lena Landsberg 7,400. Same as the last fight, Aspen Ladd may be debuting, but she's going to be a very good 125-pound prospect. This fight is at 135, but Lena Landsberg just not any good. Interested to see what Ladd brings to the table here in her UFC debut. I'll lean towards her at 8,800. Could be hard to pay up that price tag, but I'm not going to go near Lena Landsberg. Josh Emmett, 9,100. Felipe Aranches, 7,100. Emmett down from 155. Aranches up from 135. They meet at 145. Emmett hits harder, should be stronger. As long as he makes the weight fine and the cut doesn't go too terribly, I think he gets the job done. He's just stronger, hits harder. I think he finishes Felipe Aranches, and at 9,100 is my preferred DraftKings play. All right, now that we're through our breakdown, flipping over to build a DraftKings GPP lineup. Again, just to clarify, a GPP lineup is one of those mass multi-entry tournaments where you're trying to take down a very large prize pool. So in that type of scenario, you are looking for knockouts, finishes. You definitely need 6 wins, and a lot of times you want to leave money on the table and try and make your lineup a little different. I like to sort by price. I'm actually going to start right at the bottom here. I'm going to go right to Nasrat Haqparast. I think you need salary here this week. There's not a ton of guys under 8,000 I expect to win. Haqparast is someone I think can get the job done, and so I'm going to lock him in, and he frees up so much salary. So now we're going to sort the other way here, and as I mentioned, I'm staying away from Kowalkiewicz, too expensive to pay her price off. Same with Held. Same with Warley Alves, even though I think he wins. And he could pay off his price. I want to go, I'm more comfortable with Josh Emmett getting a finish against Felipe Aranches. So he'll be the second person we plug in here. Looking down now. Again, another kind of basic principle is you want to look for fighters in the heavier weight classes. There tend to be more finishes and men's fights versus women's fights. So that's where we have this decision here at 8,900. Oscar Pichota against Aspen Ladd at 8,800. For the extra 100 in the finish potential, I'm going to take Pichota. $8,600. I dislike Anthony Hamilton a lot. I'm going to plug in Adam Wojcik because I think that's a finish there and a relatively quick one. I'm going to skip over Donald Cerrone. I think the main event, a lot of times there's a merit to fading it in tournaments. It's always the most popular fight. I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to go right to Devin Clark at 8,400. I think he gets a lot of takedowns. Grappling points are very big on DraftKings. So Devin Clark at 8,400. And then that leaves me with, I'm going to skip over the Emiev and Alvey fight. You could put in Sam Alvey here if you're looking for a finish. He also should be very low owned. So I don't mind Alvey in the spot. We're going to put in Stasiak to leave a little more money on the table. And also just, I am probably the leader of the Stasiak bandwagon this week. It wouldn't be right for me to make this video and not have him in this lineup. So the final lineup we just built is Nasrat Hakparast, Josh Emmett, Oscar Pashota, Adam Wojciech, Devin Clark, Damian Stasiak. I think it is a solid GPP lineup. Guys, that's it for this week of the DFS Express. Good luck in your contest. I will see you in 2 weeks.